This is definitely the ultimate sound imitation master in nature. Even the sound of a chainsaw or a camera shutter, it can imitate astonishingly well. That is the lyrebird, a bird that lives in the forests of Australia. To attract a mate, it not only spreads its magnificent tail feathers, looking like a giant lyre, but also transforms itself into a true mobile speaker. It can imitate the calls of all the surrounding birds, even sounds it has never heard before. It can skillfully imitate.
It can be said that for the sake of finding a mate, this fellow has put all his talents on display.
And indeed, that flamboyant and passionate performance successfully attracted the attention of a female bird. However, romance is only a brief part of life, and behind it are still the daily worries. The female bird begins to collect twigs and dry grass by herself to build a nest that is both discreet and warm.
This place will become the cradle for their love.
Not long after, the female bird laid a precious egg. For that sole hope, she diligently incubated the egg for nearly 50 days, hardly leaving the nest for a moment. Only when too hungry would she quickly fly off to find food for a short while. But at that very moment, danger silently approached. A colorful, venomous snake had sniffed out the bird's nest. Flicking its tongue, it slowly approached the defenseless egg. The mother bird had not yet returned.
In that critical moment, the father bird appeared just in time. The artist who previously only knew how to sing and dance
Now immediately transformed into a true warrior, it spread its wings, raised all the feathers on its body, and repeatedly lunged to attack the snake. One peck after another, it put all its strength into targeting the opponent's weak points,
creating a strong defensive wall in front of its unborn child. Finally, the snake could no longer resist and fled in defeat.
After that incident, the small nest finally welcomed new life. On the 45th day, the eggshell cracked open and a tiny pink chick, both ugly and adorable, emerged from the shell. But from that moment, the real challenge began. The father and mother birds took turns flying throughout the forest, searching for insects and earthworms to feed their young. In the nest, the chick constantly opened its mouth, demanding food. Each feeding was a relay race of life.
Time gradually passed, under the devoted care of its parents. The little bird, once a weak lump of flesh, gradually grew its...
On the 90th day, it gathered all its courage to jump out of its familiar nest for the first time. The outside world was both new and full of dangers.
It tentatively learned to walk, flapped its tender wings, and imitated every action of its parents.
Even after leaving the nest, for many months afterward, it still needed to be protected and fed by its parents. The mother bird patiently taught her chick how to scratch through the decaying leaves to find hidden food underground. Gradually, the chick learned how to forage for itself and survive in the vast forest. Time flew by, and 1 year later, the little bird that once only knew how to open its mouth and wait to be fed had now become a true member of the forest.
It possessed magnificent tail feathers just like its father, and also began to practice complex, melodious tunes.
Then one day, that very song will open a new chapter in its life, and the deep and silent love that parents have for their children